Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on the Saturday night live stream. Live from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. We'll talk about Bitcoin. We'll talk about the news. I'm going to move some crypto around for you guys. I'll do my very best to get to your questions, and let's see what happens tonight. Maybe I can solve some problems on the fly. So let's get started. All right, so welcome everybody. I'm here with the rig and my Seinfeld shirt, the Human Fund, Money for People. I don't know if you remember that episode, but George made up a charitable foundation and he just called it the Human Fund. So he wouldn't have to buy people Christmas presents. He just gave them a card. The ultimate cheapskate. Anyway, here with the rig, things are going okay. The rig's in pretty good shape. I said last week, I'm kind of like, I really want to do something to the rig, but there's not much out there that's any better than what I've got. But there will be a new GeForce NVIDIA video card coming out, a new flagship card on October 12th, the GTX 4090. So I'm going to see if I can get it. When the old card came out, their top of the line card, it was in the middle of the crypto rush, and there were a lot of people buying cards for mining crypto. I'm hoping now that with the market down, that it's going to be easier to lay my hands on the top of the line card as soon as it debuts without having to wait like 6 months or pay double the price. So we'll see. So that's one good rig thing on the horizon. I'll let you guys know if I update the rig on that one. So let's go over here to the chat window and greet everybody that's here tonight. I really appreciate everybody coming in and dropping by to chat with me. We're going to talk about the market and the news a little bit, but I've got some stuff I want to talk about as far as avoiding scams and just playing around with wallets, you know, stuff that I take for granted, but I get a lot of questions coming in, and, you know, it's stuff that, you know, I've already settled that in my mind, but a lot of people haven't. So I thought we'd go over some of that stuff. One of them is the genuine check on the Ledger device. So let's see. Welcome, Kenneth Wiedner, being here early. He's responding to someone. I didn't see what his original question was or who the responder is. It's not showing up, but he must have come in and asked the question fairly early about coins. I don't really evaluate coins. I'm here to help you guys manage your crypto. And I have a story about just that, about why it's important to keep your crypto in a wallet. So let's see. Mr. Miskey, Audrey C.A. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Good to have you here. Mustafa Lamb, back again. Hans Hannah 350, back again. Barbara K, always a pleasure to have Barbara here. Joanne L, also a return viewer. E. Poston from Colorado, welcome. Frank Rodriguez, another return viewer. And Scott, one of my most loyal, I don't want to say loyal because, you know, I'm not a king or anything, but I guess loyal to the channel and what I'm doing. And I appreciate Scott's support. He's been in the live stream for several years now and always giving me friendly comments when I post my videos on YouTube. Always nice to have Scott here. Thoughts on HNT? I don't do coin evaluations. I apologize for that. Kodo Kinglo. Hello, Mr. David. Back again. Amsterdam Holland back again. All right. So now that everybody's here, I'm going to pop out the chat window and move it over to the other side. And let's just put that over there. And let's see. Let's, real quick, we'll just say that the description down below has a bunch of goodies for you guys. We've got some stuff we're going to do tonight if you want to check that out. Some coins that have been on my radar this week. I'm not sure if you call it Ripple or not. Ripple is the company. The coin is XRP, but maybe they call the coin Ripple. It's so confusing. Anyway, it's been kind of in the news lately. And a bunch of affiliate links. If you're interested in any of this stuff, please click my links. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. And then if you look down below a little further, if you scroll down, you'll see all these news stories that I'm going to talk about tonight. So a little bit of market stuff and a little bit of crypto in general. So why don't we just jump into the news real quick, get going here. First, we've got the market wrap. Bitcoin drops below 19K amid ongoing volatility. It's funny, but I think the stock market is faring worse than the crypto market. At least last week it was. A lot of bad news in the stock market, the NASDAQ, the S&P 500. I believe the Dow hit a 52-week low. I mean, I almost feel sorry for them, right? But crypto isn't faring much better. But you know, it's hard. It's hard to keep the crypto market down, right? But that's where we were at. We did drop below 19K yesterday afternoon, along with the lower market environment in everything. So Bitcoin traded lower on Friday. Bitcoin's price fell 4% on moderate volume. Ether fell 3%. U.S. equities were declined quite a bit. I don't see where it mentions the 52-week low, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, but I believe it did hit that. So that's just the overview of what's going on right now with the market. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and hit X Mirage here. Whoops. Oh, I guess it's already open. Let me see if I can pull this up on my phone so I can share my phone screen with you guys if I can. Doesn't look like it wants to do it, so I think I might have to flip my Wi-Fi on and off. Come on, go away. All right, I'm just gonna flip the old Wi-Fi on and off. That always kicks it, gives it a little kicker. Oh, there it is. It just came out of nowhere. What do you know? So according to Crypto.com, here's what we got right now. I got to look at this thing. 19,072. So it's actually down a bit from where it has been most of the day. Most of the day it's been around 19.2, just under 19.2, and then was a while, just about a couple hours ago, it was up around 19,300 something. Ethereum had been up quite a bit because yesterday it was below 12. I'm sorry, below 13. It was like 1292, and it's been up like 13.5, 13.6 or so most of the day. And so it looks like for some reason the crypto market just took a little dip. But, the dips that we see in Crypto.com are pretty, live time. And so, they're not overall trends. This is just what I consider an up-to-the-minute check on the prices of the crypto market, your favorite coins. Brought to you by Crypto.com, where you can buy, sell, trade, and deposit and withdraw cryptocurrencies. I actually dropped a video this week on using Crypto.com to liquidate. So you might want to check that one out. You can use their metal Visa card to liquidate your crypto assets. So if you're holding crypto assets on Crypto.com, you can top up your card. It's a pretty easy operation, and it basically sells the crypto and loads it onto the card so that you can use the card to buy stuff or go to the ATM if you need cash. So if you're holding a bunch of Bitcoin and you want to get out, you can top up your card and have the proceeds from your sale at your fingertips right away. Pretty cool. I really like using the Crypto.com card. So you might want to check out that video. I had someone, I just got to put this out there. I had someone in the comment was screaming at me about, oh, you can't sell. What about taxes? You're going to have to pay taxes. I hear that a lot. So I don't know what it is about people. They think like paying tax is like it's like, a massive head wound or something. Paying taxes is a fact of life. Am I gonna, it's like, why work? You're gonna have to pay taxes, right? Why get a job? Because they're just gonna take taxes out. Why sell stocks? They're just gonna take taxes out. Of course they're gonna take taxes out. So if you have crypto assets and you're looking at what you consider to be a down market, would you rather lose 50% of your investment and just watch it go bye-bye as the market drops, or go ahead and sell and pay taxes on what you've sold? Would you rather pay taxes on your gains or lose your gains? All right, that seems like a no-brainer to me. I don't know what it is. People get all freaked out about the tax implications of selling your crypto. And yes, there are tax implications of selling your crypto, but there's a solution. Pay your taxes, right? It's not that big of a deal. Anyway, let's move on, right? Let's move on. Let's go back to the live stream here. Let's jump into the news. Before we get too much further, I wanted to share some pictures with you guys. If I can get these up here. Let's see if this one. Okay. So my wife cooked Indonesian food again. Soto ayam, which is like vermicelli with chicken, and there's some hard-boiled egg in there. And there was some hot sauce, but I didn't put that in there. There's the and some lime, and there's the soup bowl. It's pretty good. Also, this one, in case Kitty doesn't show up, this is Kitty's modus operandi on my keyboard. He's constantly, he jumps up on the table and then he lays on the keyboard and hits the keys and causes all sorts of weird stuff to happen on my keyboard. Anyway, just thought Kitty might show up tonight. I don't know. He hasn't been in the live stream for a couple of weeks for some reason. Okay. Oh, I got to do all this? Okay. All right. News. Let's jump in now that I've wasted 10 minutes. We've already talked about this story. Let's look at this story. I get this a lot. People, they buy crypto and they think it's just going to go up. They invest and they think it's just going to go up. And then they get all butthurt when it goes down. I get a lot of people with that. Why is this coin going down? I'm like, I don't know. It's a market, right? The markets go up and down. And you can't just buy a coin and think that it's only going to go up. It doesn't make any sense. But this is the question that we get. Why is the crypto market down today? And it has some staggering figures here. Bitcoin was at 69.4 in 2021, I believe November of 2021. And it went over the next 11 months, it hit that 17,600 mark. That's a 75% drawdown. Those of us who have been in the crypto market for several years have dealt with the volatility of crypto, but it's pretty devastating to somebody new. So a lot of people that came in 2021 and bought high are, understandably freaked out, right? Here we've got Ethereum down 82% from its high of 4,800 to 900 in 7 months. That was a couple months back, right, when Ethereum was hit 900. But you have to keep this in perspective, right? Because comparing the lows to the highs is a little unfair, right? Bitcoin was at 69,000 for less than a day, and it was over 60 for only a couple of weeks. And if you're an investor with a 5-year time frame, that those few months of it being that high are really not. They don't really represent what Bitcoin is, right? I believe in Bitcoin as an emergent technology, a better form of money, a decentralized currency that's not controlled by big banks or big government, right? That's all great stuff. But if you're going to focus on the investment side of it, it might make more sense to compare Bitcoin's average price, which in 2021 was probably more around, 45,000 or 50,000, and then just compare that to say 20,000, right? So percentage wise, that's not that huge of a drop. So, but when you compare the all-time high, which only lasted for, one day, or, this real high point which was only a few weeks, to its low, and this low didn't last that long either, right? Bitcoin's back up around 20 right now, right? So it's a little unfair, but I mean, you have to make comparisons at some point. And all-time lows and all-time highs are the favorites of people that are evaluating coins and investments, right? It's better to say, well, what is it today, right? Or what did I buy in at, right? Or, that kind of thing. A lot of people might look at a down market as a great opportunity to get in, right? So it's all in your frame of mind, right? But why? Why is the crypto market down? And what we've been talking about, the Federal Reserve hiking interest rates. That's why the entire market is down, right? The Federal Reserve is trying to fight inflation by raising interest rates. It's kind of a complicated thing, but I guess in general or in the past supposedly has worked. The 1980s and Paul Volcker was a good example that people keep talking about. Inflation was really high in the late 70s, and the Federal Reserve under Paul Volcker raised interest rates and supposedly, defeated inflation, right? Supposedly. But it took a long time and it caused a lot of pain, right? And now it's a little bit unfair to compare what's going on now with back then, because our level of federal debt is way much higher than it was back then. And back then, they raised rates up to like 10, 15%. And right now, we're talking, 75 basis points from like 3% up to, 3 point something percent, right? We're not talking about the major kind of stuff that went on back then. But that's what's going on. The Fed is raising interest rates, and that's having a detrimental effect on all markets, not just crypto, but stocks, commodities, everything, right? All sectors of the stock market. And then another dark shadow on the crypto market is the threat of regulation. There's a lot of talk about regulation, which could be coming, which might be bad for the crypto market in general and some types of coins in general, right? We're looking at, everyone keeps talking about how proof of work is so bad and how it's not green, but by the same token, and then Ethereum merged over to proof of stake, which is supposedly is less power intensive, but now proof of stake is being attacked as a unlicensed security, right? Because proof of stake coin is more like a stock than a proof of work coin. So who knows, right? So we have regulation threatening proof of work coins because of because of ESG. They're going to try to regulate crypto mining and that sort of thing, which will be bad for Bitcoin and other proof of work coins. And then we also have the SEC talking about proof of stake coins being unlicensed securities. So all kinds of regulation is causing a downward push on the crypto market. We also have scams and Ponzi's triggering liquidations. We have a lot of the Terra Luna was the big one that happened this year, which really took a bite out of the crypto market just in and of itself, because there was like 60 billion in in the Terra Luna network, and but also it gave everyone a bad taste in their mouth about the crypto market in general. I still believe Luna was it wasn't necessarily a Ponzi scheme, and there may have been some profit taking, but I think that they thought they had a good idea, right? Didn't work out. So that's what's dragging the crypto market down. So let's talk about bankers real quick. I want to talk about bankers. Thank you, Emmanuel. If switching phone, what to do first? Love the Chihuahua. Well, I did a video on switching. I think I'm assuming you're asking me about Google Authenticator. And so I did a video on migrating your Google Authenticator a week back here. So you might want to check out this video if you're interested and you're thinking of getting a new phone, and you want to migrate your Google Authenticator over, right? Because it does not happen when you do your phone app migration, right? Another thing that will not migrate when you migrate your phone apps over are your crypto wallets. So if you have Trust Wallet, if you have any phone-based wallet that you installed and had to write down a recovery phrase, you're going to need to restore the wallet on the new phone, right? It's not going to just transfer over because crypto wallets are device dependent, right? The private key is stored on the device, and that is not the sort of thing that migrates over when you migrate over to a new phone. So Google Authenticator and your crypto wallets need to be done manually. So I might do a video on migrating over some crypto wallets when I get my iPhone. My iPhone is pre-ordered. It should ship early next month. So I'll probably do another video on that. But I wanted to talk about bankers, right? So the bankers were in the supposed hot seat last week. They were giving testimony to Congress, and Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan was there and reiterated his stance on crypto. He used to call it, I think he called it like worthless, foolhardy, based on nothing, and now he's sort of evolved that to call it decentralized Ponzi scheme. So he's got the word decentralized in there. Bankers do not like DeFi, right? Because DeFi, if done properly, and we'll talk some more about DeFi tonight, which stands for decentralized finance. If done correctly, it's a way to earn interest on your assets without a bank, right? So the bankers really hate DeFi. Was that cat? Oh no, it's just me. I thought the cat was under my feet. So yeah, bankers don't like DeFi, and people, So I think a lot of what was happening this year with the crypto and the collapse of the Terra Luna blockchain, and we really don't know who attacked Terra Luna, but it was people with big pockets. People say it was like BlackRock or Citadel or whatever that bought millions of dollars worth of UST and then dumped it on exchanges, causing the UST to lose. That's the stable coin for the Luna network, to lose its dollar peg. And then once that was done, people started to panic, and it just kind of became a bank run, so to speak, within Luna, right? People started massively selling off their UST, and then the system got out of balance and Luna crashed, right? So we don't know if the bankers were behind this, but bankers hate DeFi, right? It's like it's their competition, right? So while testifying before the United States lawmakers, JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon referred to himself as a major skeptic on crypto tokens, calling them decentralized Ponzi schemes. Although he's now allowed his bank to, get involved in the crypto market. Let's see if they talk about it here. The U.S. is drafting a stablecoin bill. He likes stablecoins because they're backed by real assets. He once described Bitcoin as a fraud. Oh, yeah, here it is. Despite Dimon's views on the cryptocurrency space, JP Morgan has been pushing into the blockchain technology space. The financial giant launched its own stablecoin. And then since then, they have a new business division dedicated to blockchain called Onks, hiring new staff to push into the blockchain and crypto space. Yeah, I mean, they're involved, right? So even though Jamie Dimon has his own opinions about Bitcoin, he doesn't mind making money with it, right? Speaking of those evil bankers, now I don't want to cast aspersions on any one person. When I say evil bankers, I'm referring to them in an abstract sense, because Jamie Dimon, I don't know him, right? He might be a great guy and loves his cat like I love my cat, has kids and takes them out, and he's a normal person just like anybody. But I don't know, this story, which I have linked down below. I didn't read this particular article. I had seen this somewhere else. Maybe I saw it on my Twitter feed. But this occurred during the banking testimony, and basically, and this is not the Twitter one. I thought, well, I'm not going to run the video, but basically, one of the senators from Indiana, who's not running for re-election, before he got into his questions for the bankers, the first thing he said is, "Hey, one of my aides, Saruthi, is departing my office and is going to be working for Bank of America." And so he would talk to the CEO of Bank of America and said, "Take good care of her. She's a great person and very talented." So here we are. It just shows not only do we have this revolving door between someone that's involved in banking regulation, right? And now they're going to work for a bank. How's that for conflict of interest, right? And not only that, he's bragging about it during Senate testimony. In sworn testimony, he's talking to this banker that he's about to start supposedly grilling. "Oh, by the way, somebody on my staff is going to go work for you next week, so take good care of her." And the banker just kind of smiled and says, "Oh, her dad already works for us." It's crazy. Right in front of God and everyone, right? So it's pretty interesting. I won't run the video because I don't want to run a video within a video, but it's quite an exchange, right? So now that my staffer is going to go work for you, take good care of her, on to the regulation, right? Now on to the oversight. Now let's talk about how we're supposed to be, overseeing your industry. Yeah, right. They all work together, right? All right, now I want to move on to this little story here. South Korea seized 183 million worth of crypto from tax evaders, right? So South Korea looked into some people, their financial records or whatever, and said, "Oh, you owe us taxes, so we're seizing your crypto assets." Right? So how are they going to seize someone's crypto assets, right? And I read this story several times trying to figure out how they were seizing people's assets, right? Because no one can seize your crypto assets if you're holding them in your own wallet, right? So I followed this link here that says report and went over to the Korean version of the story, right? And so I had to use Google Translate, and I believe I caught it right about here. Let's throw this into Google Translate. Do a deep live. Okay. Tax authorities introduced the collection of virtual assets in the second half of 2020 and began to seize them in earnest from last year. It is a method of seizing the account or assets of the delinquent through an exchange inquiry and selling the seized virtual assets at the current transaction price if the tax is not paid after that. So they're seizing people's assets that are on exchanges. So don't hold your crypto on exchanges. And if you read the story carefully, what they're talking about is people that are behind in their taxes. It doesn't necessarily say that they were not paying the taxes on their crypto investments. They were just behind in their taxes in general, right? They owed back taxes. And so the Korean government, found out, oh, you've got crypto in your exchange account. We're just going to seize that, right? So people are always asking me, why can't I just leave my Bitcoin on Coinbase? Why can't I just leave my Bitcoin on the exchange? Why do I need to put it in my wallet? Oh, they're going to charge me a fee if I move my Bitcoin from Coinbase to my wallet. I don't want to pay that fee. Well, how about if the government just seizes all of the Bitcoin in your Coinbase account? Because for whatever reason, they've decided that you owe them money, right? This is why we keep crypto in our own wallets, so that it cannot be touched, right? This is why your crypto is not safe on exchanges, because it is vulnerable to seizure. It's vulnerable to the exchange going down in times of high volatility. It's in danger. You can get locked out of your own account, right? If someone tries to hack into your account, or you accidentally throw up a red flag in your account, they'll close down your account. They'll keep you out. They'll lock you out of your own account until you can, prove to them that you are who you say you are and that you are, the owner of the account. But in the meantime, you have no access to your crypto. This will not happen if you store crypto in your own wallet. Enough said about that, right? And then it's just kind of an interest story here. Bitcoin was almost named Netcoin by Satoshi Nakamoto. According to this article, someone, when they first bought the bitcoin.org domain, they used a service called Anonymous Speech, which allows you to buy a domain anonymously. So the Bitcoin domain was purchased, and around the same time, another domain called netcoin.org was also purchased. So it looks like they may have been considering calling Bitcoin Netcoin. So I don't know. I think I like the name Bitcoin better than Netcoin, although it's similar in, flavor, right? It's a coin. It's a networked coin. But Bitcoin, as in like a bit, a computer bit or byte, sounds a little more appropriate because we're talking about computer cryptography, wallets, and that sort of thing. Despite the mysteries behind the creation of Bitcoin, the asset continues to dominate the financial markets. BitPay confirms this notion, as the data show Bitcoin to be a major payment tool despite huge price volatility. BitPay is a third-party service that allows you to make purchases with Bitcoin, and they'll convert it to whatever fiat needs the merchant needs, right? They convert the Bitcoin to fiat for you, and so people are using their Bitcoin to make purchases. Bitcoin-based payments accounted for as much as 52. Sales volume of Bitcoin-based payments on BitPay accounted for as much as 52% in the first quarter of 2022. Okay. Let me check the chat window. I want to make sure that if anyone has a burning question, that I get to it. But I want to talk about scams. I have a Reddit post linked down below. We'll talk about that in a sec. Let's see here. We're talking about Bitcoin maybe dropping down around the 12K area. We'll see about that. Dan and I have talked about that. There's uh, a chartist called Soloway, I believe is his last name. Evil bankers question mark. Who is predicting Bitcoin to go down to around the 12,000 mark. So I'm on the sidelines, but it's kind of a nail biter because you never know. You know, something could happen and Bitcoin could just take off and leave you in the dust. So it's always tricky to time the market, right? But, you know, that's part of what playing the market is, right? Raghorn L, if the economy and dollar totally tanks, is that metal Visa card you talked about the best way to have some money to spend on necessities? Well, if the entire economy tanks and all the banks go belly up, the ATMs probably won't work. But yeah, I mean, if you see trouble a coming and you've got a lot of you've got assets on in your crypto.com account, you can really get your assets quick by just topping up the card, right? We talked a little bit about that. So, you know, if we go over to the card and hit top up, you can immediately sell Bitcoin or Cardano or Ethereum or even Tether from crypto.com. It goes right on your card and then you can go spend it or get it out of an ATM. The only thing with an ATM is like it's hard to get, like you can't withdraw 10 grand from an ATM, right? Most ATMs will only allow you to draw like 1,000, you know, a day. So you could go to like several if you wanted to, I guess. But it is one way to get quick cash in a pinch, right? If you need to go buy groceries or whatever. And you can easily deposit crypto into your crypto.com account. So for example, if you had a bunch of Bitcoin in your Ledger account, you know, like for example, this $200 worth of Bitcoin, let's say it's like $2,000 worth of Bitcoin. I could, within minutes, I could transfer this Bitcoin over into my crypto.com account. You can deposit crypto easily. Right. So you can just deposit your Bitcoin right into your crypto.com account. It has to verify on the blockchain, and then you could immediately withdraw it using the card, right? So it's one way, right? As far as Coinbase is concerned, or Binance US, in general, with Binance US, I'll usually have it within 24 hours if I cash out, and Coinbase too. So if you cash out on Coinbase, you have several options. You can, and I don't think I have any US dollar in here. If I do, it's not. Okay, yeah, there's a little bit. So let's say that I've just liquidated some Bitcoin on Coinbase and I want to cash out. Right? So you can, and this is a very small amount. It's not a great example, but just notice that I can cash out with instantly on Coinbase if I'm willing to pay this fee. Now, right here, you see it's only 55 cents. But if it's like $5,000 worth of, if I'm cashing out 5,000 instantly, we're talking like 100 or so in that fee, right? But if you just choose the bank option, the 1 to 3 business days, in my experience with Coinbase is if I do it early enough in the day, like if I do it around 9:30, 10 a.m., it's usually hits my bank before the end of the day, even with this free method. So there are lots of ways to quickly liquidate your crypto if, you know, you're in a panic, right? If you want to get your money out, right? And that's why it's good to be adept at transferring crypto in a pinch, right? You don't want to get caught freaking out and so on. And it's like, Bitcoin is plummeting. I want to cash out now. Well, you have to be calm, cool, and collected when you sit down in front of your computer and you transfer your Bitcoin from your wallet to Coinbase, right? It might take a while to actually verify over on Coinbase, right? So you want to stay calm. And if you think you want to stay liquid, then you can keep some of your assets on Coinbase, but not all of them, right? If you're holding like 2 or 3 Bitcoin, you don't want to just leave it sitting on Coinbase all the time. Right. Anyway, let's go down here. I think someone just threw me a tip. Heritobomb, thank you very much for your videos. You're simply the best. I appreciate that. Right. Thank you so much for that. That's not euro, that's pounds, right? That's the British sterling pound. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Someone tipped me a couple weeks back and I said, oh, you gave me euros. And they're like, no, it's pounds. Okay, MT, is there a way, Ledger or otherwise, to move coins from cold storage directly to a gift card? Pardon me. They're not directly that I'm aware of. Not that I can think of. There might be like a website that has gift cards that you can buy using Bitcoin. It probably would use like BitPay. So, I mean, like if we Google it, I'm sorry. What am I doing here? Gift cards for Bitcoin. Right. There might be like a website. Paxful. Okay. So there is a website where you can buy gift cards directly with Bitcoin. You could deposit that into your Paxful account. But this is a little tricky because Paxful is peer-to-peer. And so it's not like Amazon, right? It's like you have to go through this whole process and, you know, they bid and you bid and it goes into what's that thing they do with real estate? I forget. I can never remember terms when I need them, but it's like it's like a temporary storage, equity, whatever. God dog it. I can't. The word's not coming out. But it's complicated. I don't know that there's anywhere that you can just buy CoinGate. Gift cards for Bitcoin on CoinGate. Okay. Yeah, something like that. Most of these types of things are not US based. So you can deposit Bitcoin in your PayPal account, and you can use PayPal to buy all kinds of gift cards online. Right? So that's one way that you could buy gift cards. You can also do it on Crypto.com. Crypto.com has a way to, they have like a store. Let's see over here. Well, they used to. Oh, Crypto Pay, right? So you can buy things on Crypto.com, and you can buy like gift cards. Here, boom, gift cards. And these gift cards that you can buy on Crypto.com, you can just send directly to your friends, and it'll just basically be an email with a code. And so you go into, like, say you go into Walmart, and then you print out the email with the code on there, and you give them the code, and it will like take it off your purchase or whatever, how much the card was. So yeah, I mean, that's an easy, quick way to buy gift cards with Bitcoin, right? Because you could take your Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever and deposit it in your Crypto.com account, and then buy the gift cards within Crypto.com. Yeah, it's easy. I forgot about that. Yes, you can do that. So yeah, there's ways to do it. But let's talk about getting scammed, right? This is a Ledger scam right here. So, and this guy posted it. Luckily for him, it was only $300. But I'd like to point this out, what is going on here. He says, I'm so pissed off at myself that I have been called calling stupid since 8 a.m. this morning. I was having a problem with Ledger Live not showing some of my coins. All right, so here it is. First of all, he's probably new in crypto. So I don't know what he did or what he's looking for, but he may have deposited some crypto into his wallet. The coins weren't showing up. Maybe it was the wrong network or whatever. But here he spent days with Ledger Live trying to resolve the issue. So here he is. He's not giving up. He's desperate. And so now he turns to Reddit. And he posts his question, hey, I'm having trouble with my Ledger. Within 10 minutes, Ledger Helpline responded in a chat, right? So he got DM'd, maybe in a Reddit chat. I guess you can do that in Reddit. He gets a message directly from someone claiming to be from Ledger, all right? So Ledger Helpline. The person gave him instructions to go to integratedwallets.online. I tried to go to this site, but I couldn't. It didn't pull up on my web browser. So it may have been a one-time deal, and now it's defunct or whatever, but I couldn't find it. But so when he went to this website, which he thought was recommended by Ledger support, he was asked to enter his 24-word recovery phrase, and he did, and immediately his wallet was emptied out. All right. Once you give up your 24-word recovery phrase, the hardware wallet, the hardware device is no longer protecting you. It's not like they're reaching into the device and stealing your crypto. No, they have taken your 24-word recovery phrase and used it to restore their device, right? Now they have a mirror image of your device, and they can withdraw your crypto at will and just move it over to a different wallet. So a lot of people think that hackers can steal crypto off your device. That's not how it works. What they usually do is they trick you into revealing your 24-word recovery phrase. Once they've done that, then they have access to all the crypto that you have stored in your device based on that backup phrase, right? The backup phrase is the private key of the device. The device initializes with a random master private key, and then it spits out that recovery phrase for you as a backup. So in effect, the master private key is contained in that 24-word recovery phrase. Don't give it to anyone. Ledger support will never ask you for your 24-word recovery phrase, ever. And there's a lot of good comments down here where people tell him, don't ever reveal that to anyone. Don't ever enter it into a website. The only time, with a Ledger device, the only time you would ever enter the recovery phrase is directly on the device, right? If you've watched one of my recovery videos, you'll see that when you do a Ledger recover, this is not the one. Restore. That's why it's not showing up. There we go. All right, so this is the video on how you do the restore. And let me just do it real quick here. I'm going to turn off the sound for you guys. Hey guys. So let's see here. All right, we do the restore, and then we get that PIN code, and see. And this is just a dummy recovery phrase. There's no crypto on it, but you enter the recovery phrase into your device. See, you type it into your device. That's the only time you should ever be entering your recovery phrase, directly on the device, right? You do not want to type it into a website or just give it to someone on the phone, right? So just want you guys to be aware of those types of schemes, right? Hiding in plain sight, right? I'm not sure. I'm assuming that people join the Ledger Reddit group and just kind of hover around hoping that someone will come on there with an issue like that and will be vulnerable to the, the scam, which is, here, go to this website and, we'll empty your wallet for you. So please try to avoid those kind of scams. Now, I also wanted to address, and I'm going to do a standalone video tomorrow if there's not any more. Okay, Scott's going to take off for dinner. Have a good dinner. Jimmy Hart, your videos have helped me figure this stuff out back in early 2020. Before I would have inevitably got scammed had I not watched your vids. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank heavens it was only $300. I've heard of people losing a lot more. But I wanted to address this whole issue of the genuine check, right? So if you're setting up a brand new device, and I can show you similar if you're going through the device setup, and you get to this point here where you've either set it up following their instructions, or you already have your phrase and it's already been set up and now you're just connecting it to Ledger Live, you're going to get to this point where it wants you to go through the genuine check. I get a lot of people that have told me that they failed the genuine check, and now they don't trust their device, right? I kind of want to explain that that's not how this works, right? Let's put it out there like this. It is exceedingly rare for you to have a non-genuine device, right? Especially if you bought it from Ledger directly. I don't know that anyone has ever bought a non-genuine device from Ledger directly. That would mean that somehow their supply chain got compromised. If you're going to get a non-genuine device, it's usually, through some eBay or something like that. But anyway, a genuine device can fail the genuine check, right? Just because your device fails the genuine check does not necessarily mean it's not genuine, right? Now, a non-genuine device will never be able to pass the genuine check, ever, not once. But if you have a genuine device and it has failed a genuine check, and you try again and it works, then it's genuine, right? Don't think, oh, it failed once, so now I don't trust it. That's not the way it works, right? So let's go through. I did this little chart. I'm going to put this up if I can find it. I don't know what I did with this chart. Hang on. Let's see. I think I did this. Yeah, here. It's just this one. Is it this one? Yes. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at what I'm talking about here. Okay. So this is the way the genuine check works. All right. We start with our device. Our device is connected to our computer through Ledger Live. So every device is given a code, or we call it a secret key or a private key. This is a cryptographic key. This has nothing to do with your wallet, right? This is completely separate from your wallet. This is a cryptographic key that is placed on every Ledger device, right? So this little private key that's on this device goes through the cable and it hits Ledger Live, right? Ledger Live takes that private key or that code, that really long number, and it sends it out onto the internet, right? And then your code hits the Ledger Live servers, right? Now, when your code hits the Ledger Live servers, that's where the magic takes place. That's where there's this cryptographic handshake. It's a mathematical thing using advanced cryptography. So your key interacts with their public key that they have on their servers. And that mathematical handshake verifies that your code is a valid Ledger code, right? That means your device is genuine. But look at all the steps your little code has to go through before it hits the Ledger servers. Has to travel across the cable. So that's our first point of failure. So if you are trying to do your genuine check and you have a bad cable, the genuine check is going to fail. Or you don't have it plugged in. Now, granted, the genuine check will tell you that you need to connect your device if it's not connected, right? So if you are having trouble with your cable, Ledger Live will generally give you, you need to connect the device message, right? But I don't know. Some people might think that they've failed the genuine check because it never connects. That's a connection issue, right? I'm not sure if having a bad cable would ever generate the "your device is not genuine" message. I've seen it happen. I've seen that message before, and I've had it happen when I'm restoring a device or something, which I know is genuine. And as soon as I see the message, I say, oh, it's just a glitch. So I try again, and then it works, right? So we've got the cable and we've got the software. This is all local to you. So if you have a glitch and you get the message that your device is not genuine, try plugging the cable. First thing you do, try again. Just try again, right? Reboot your computer, reconnect the device, and try again, right? And if that doesn't work, maybe try the cable in a different USB port, right? If that doesn't work, maybe try a different USB cable. It's a standard USB-C cable. It could also be some software problem on your computer. You're running an old version of Windows, or your computer's old and it's not working very well. Your hard disk is fragmented. All kinds of environmental issues that could cause you to fail the genuine check. Right? Usually, if you try again, it'll work. Right? Computers glitch. So don't feel like if you get that error message telling you failed the genuine check, that now you have a tainted device and you can't trust it anymore. That's not the case. If it can pass the genuine check one time, you got a genuine device, right? Also, you could have a bad internet connection, right? Check your modem, right? Maybe reboot your modem. Another rare occurrence could be the Ledger servers are down. This happened a couple years back. The Ledger servers were down. So you couldn't do genuine checks for, I don't know, it was just a day, maybe less, right? That could happen, right? But this little thing here, this cryptographic handshake, that's all math, right? So either it passes or it fails the genuine check here, then right? But I guess what I'm trying to say is, if it fails the genuine check, don't just throw up your hands and say, oh, I've got a bad device, right? I know everyone's real paranoid and everything else, and they don't trust anybody or anything, and oh, I got a bad Ledger, but if you bought it directly from Ledger, pretty rare that you're going to have a non-genuine device, right? Usually it's something between your cable and your computer or your internet connection that's causing you to fail the genuine check, and that a nice reboot and a disconnect reconnect can fix pretty easy. It's just that a lot of people, once they see that fail message, now they don't trust their device anymore. But it shouldn't be like that, right? If the device can pass once, then it's genuine. Even if it's failed 10 times before that, and you rebooted your computer and changed cables and whatever, if it finally passes, then you're good, right? So I don't know. I don't have my device attached at the moment. Let's go ahead and let's connect it. I'm going to go ahead and enter my PIN here. All right, so we'll click check my Nano. First, it wants me to connect, right? So if you don't connect your device, it might not work. Let's see here. Let's look at this. Let's go in here. There we go. All right, so we'll hit both buttons here. We'll allow the ledger manager, and this device should pass, right? Boom, there you go, confetti, right? That's what you're supposed to see, right? If you get an error message, then, you know, before you throw up your hands and start trying to call ledger, just try a few times, try some troubleshooting steps before you convince yourself that you have a bad device and that you don't trust it anymore, right? Anyway, get through there. Go back over here. Oh, while I'm here, let's look. Like we've got a little dot over here. When we connect to Ledger Live, the dot is indicating that there's something that needs to be updated over here. They used to call this Ledger Manager. Now they call it My Ledger, right? So if it doesn't say My Ledger, you might want to make sure you're running the latest version of Ledger. If you're not running the latest version up in Portfolio, it'll say you need to download the latest version. All right, so let's go over here to the My Ledger section, which I guess is a little more precise, right? Because a lot of people don't understand like Ledger Manager. Yeah. My Ledger. Okay, so what it's asking me to do is update apps, right? The firmware is up to date. So if we pull this little arrow down, you can see that I have several apps that need to be updated. So we'll just click Update All. Hopefully I got enough room there. And let it update my apps. So every time you launch Ledger Live, make sure that you've got the latest version of Ledger Live, and then go over to the My Ledger section. Make sure that you're running the latest firmware, and make sure that you've got all the latest app updates installed on the device. All right, a little bit of a pain, right? But if you have a couple $1,000s worth of crypto, shouldn't you like take care of it, right? You got like a hot rod car, you're gonna like keep it full of gas and full of oil, and make sure you get it washed a couple times a month, you know, so it looks nice. Make sure that the tires are all aligned and, you know, the brakes are good. So same with the Ledger device. Take care of your device. Don't just like throw it in a drawer and think, oh, my crypto's fine, you know. It's like a living, breathing device, right? It needs TLC, it needs care, it needs to be updated, needs to be taken care of, and, you know, right? Because the crypto world changes, right? Apps get updated, firmware gets updated, functionality gets added, all kinds. So you just need to stay up to date with your device and your Ledger Live. I wanted to talk a little bit about Ledger, the difference between Ledger Live and MetaMask. Someone asked me earlier in my, I believe in the YouTube comments, they said, I have tokens in MetaMask on my Ledger, but I don't see them in Ledger Live. And why? So the answer to the question is that Ledger Live, what? Oh, sorry. I wasn't done yet. We'll let it finish. The answer to the question is Ledger Live does not support every ERC20 token out there. Right? There are new ERC20 tokens coming in almost every day. So if you're over on Uniswap or you're on some like exchange that has a brand new ERC20 token on there, it may not be supported in Ledger Live yet. So MetaMask is a much more powerful and flexible way to manage Ethereum wallets and ERC20 tokens. You can actually import new tokens into MetaMask by doing the import token function. And then you can manage your tokens in MetaMask. But they're not automatically going to show up over in Ledger Live. It's just how Ledger Live is. You can't import new tokens into Ledger Live. You have to wait for the Ledger team to support new tokens. Let me see if I can find a discrepancy here. Let's go over to MetaMask. We'll switch over to the Ethereum chain. And, oh, good. I don't have any of my Ledger accounts connected at the moment. So let's go ahead and connect them both, right? So you can see over here in Ledger Live that I've got an Ethereum main and an Ethereum Ethereum wallet in Ledger Live managed on my device, right? So I can take that same device and connect it to MetaMask. So let's go ahead and turn the camera on so you can see what's going on. You need to be in the Ethereum app if you're going to do this. Oops. There we go. We're in the Ethereum app. We go over to the circle here, pull it down, and choose Connect Hardware. Okay, we're going to connect our Ledger device. If you're smart enough to do this, then you should realize that you may not be able to see all these over in Ledger Live. So I'll go ahead and connect both of these. I believe it's going to show up as Ledger 1 and Ledger 2. Let's see here. I'm wondering if any of these will not show up in Ledger Live. So what we're looking at here is 2445. Here, I can turn this off now. Which is this guy over here. If we do the receive here, we can see the address 2445, right? Same wallet. We're just looking at the exact same wallet. Ledger Live is showing me most of them. All of them, actually, that I see. But let's just suppose that I'm over here in MetaMask and I go on to Uniswap and I buy some brand new coin that I heard about in a Telegram chat or, WhatsApp or Reddit or something, some new coin. And I'm able to buy it. And I make the purchase and it shows up in my MetaMask wallet. But then I switch back over here and I'm like, where the hell's my token? Right? Well, it's in the wallet. It's just not showing up in Ledger Live. But it doesn't have to show up in Ledger Live because you can see it in MetaMask, right? I know it would be great if everything was like a perfect world and like every coin you bought just magically showed up in Ledger Live. But unfortunately, it doesn't. It's not like that in the real world, right? This is emergent technology. I'm almost 60. I'm 59 years old. And I bought my first computer in the late 80s, right? Back then, owning a computer was like you really had to spend a lot of time playing around with it, learning it. And there was a high learning curve to operating a computer. And a lot of people didn't have the patience for that. Now, computers are really easy to set up and use and kind of idiot-proof. There's a lot of, the user interface has improved a lot. You don't have to, learn archaic DOS commands anymore. So just compare that to the state of crypto right now. Crypto's kind of hard. Crypto, it's difficult to use, right? You have to put in some time and patience, and you have to do a little learning. It's not just like pulling out your phone and downloading the latest app. This is a little more involved. So just kind of be patient with crypto and be patient with Ledger Live. Ledger Live is more of a wallet. It's not really the top of the line management for crypto. right? So MetaMask is a great tool, but it's mostly for the Ethereum-based coins, right? You can't manage Bitcoin in MetaMask. So Ledger Live's pretty good for managing Bitcoin, right? But if you have other coins like say Atom, then you can see your Atom in Ledger Live, and I believe you can even stake from within Ledger Live. But there are better ways to manage Atom than Ledger Live, right? There's Keplr Wallet. So we can talk about that a little bit. But I want to just see if there's any burning questions here. Let's see. Mr. Cruz. Let me see. What's the best coin to stake on the Ledger Nano X? Okay. That's a good question because for me, the best coin to stake, the easiest coin to stake, the most hassle-free coin that I've found to stake is Cardano, right? But you can't stake it in Cardano. I'm sorry, you cannot stake Cardano in Ledger Live. They don't have that functionality. So you would have to use Adalite.io or the Daedalus wallet if you want to stake your Cardano. All right. So if the question is what's the best token to stake in Ledger Live, I don't like staking in Ledger Live, to be honest, right? You can stake Atom, right? But I think it's much more flexible and powerful to use the Keplr wallet, right? So if the Keplr wallet is a browser extension. Now you might say, oh, but wait, that's a browser extension. That's not secure. That's not a hardware wallet. Well, you can use it with your Ledger device. So let's see if I can do this. Yeah, okay. Let's delete it. All right, so here we go. Keplr wallet. All right, so I have my device right here, and you notice over here that I'm using, that I have some Atom deposited in my Ledger-based wallet, right? What I want to do is manage this wallet manage my Atom in a better wallet than Ledger Live. Ledger Live is fine for, I want to see my assets. I can see them in Ledger Live. I know they're safe. But if I really want to do a deep dive and learn about staking and how it works and, have lots of options, a better interface, then I prefer Keplr, right? So let's import our existing, it says import Ledger, right? So let's go ahead and turn this on so you can see what's happening. In this case, I need to be in the Cosmos app. So we'll navigate over to Cosmos. That's Stellar. Where is it? Is that it? No. I may be going the wrong direction. Oh, there it is. Okay, so there's the Cosmos app. Let's hit both buttons. Now we're in Cosmos app, and we'll go ahead and connect our device to the Keplr wallet. So I'll choose Import Ledger. I can call it whatever I want. We'll just call this one Ledger. Whoops. We'll just call it Ledger Nano. All right, and I'll just give it a password. Anyone will do. All right. And I'm not sure if I have to do anything on the device at this point, but I'll hold it up so you can see it. All right. All right, now we can go to Keplr and look at it. See, it's supposedly it's a different wallet. It's the same one that was there before, right? I'm looking at the same Cosmos wallet that I have in Ledger Live. So I can go over here to Ledger Live. There it is, 48 Atom total. 48 Atom total. 30 staked, and 17 available, approximately. All right. And there it is. So, but this is a better wallet to manage, right? So if I go over here to stake, it takes me to the Keplr dashboard. And this is where I can stake. Look, the interface is so much nicer than Ledger Live, right? I have all these choices for validators, right? I can see my balance, what I'm staking. I can do a claim right here. So let's try that. Let's hit claim all. And it pops up the wallet, and I'll hit approve. Let me move this slightly down so you can, there, you can see the entire wallet, right? I'll hit approve. Notice that the ledger activates. It says it wants me to review the transaction. Yeah, we'll go over here. And I'll click approve. Right? So I am managing my Cosmos Atom with using Keplr on my Ledger device, right? My Ledger device is the key for this wallet. The private key is stored on my Ledger device. The device is not really a wallet per se, it's more of a keychain, right? So I have all the keys for all my crypto wallets stored on this device, right? This is the device that unlocks it. So whenever I want to claim rewards or transfer crypto, I need to authorize on the device, all right? But notice too that in addition to just Atom, I can also manage osmosis in my Keplr wallet, right? So if we go to the Keplr wallet, you can see up here that I have all these different chains that I can manage from within Keplr. Like we switch over to osmosis, you can see I've got an available balance and a staked balance. And if I like hit that stake there, it takes me over here right where we were, right? Osmosis. And I can manage my balance, right? I could do another claim. And I don't have to change anything. I just stay in the Cosmos app for this, right? Do another review. Now, I get it, right? A lot of people, they don't want to mess around with third-party wallets. They want to see it in Ledger Live. I get that mindset, right? And all my fancy talk about better, more powerful wallets does not resonate with them. They bought the Ledger device. They installed Ledger Live. They want to see everything in Ledger Live. I get it. Yeah, I get it, right? Let's see here. Let's sync again and notice that that claimed Atom has now shown up in the wallet, right? I could have done some of this from within Ledger Live, right? So if I wanted to stake here, it's very similar, right? I can see all these validators. I'm not that crazy about the interface. I like it better over in Keplr. But if you are, you're of the mindset that, hey, I bought this device, it came with Ledger Live, I want to use Ledger Live, I don't want to have to go learn how to use some other third-party wallet, I want everything in Ledger Live, you can do it in Ledger Live if you want, right? I just prefer third-party wallets. And you can also manage your Ethereum from within Ledger Live as well. But you can't go into Uniswap and buy brand new tokens using Ledger Live, right? You got to use MetaMask to do that, right? So if you decide you want to do some trading, like say on Uniswap, then Ledger Live isn't going to do you any good, right? Let's see. This is not the wallet that I want. Let's do this. Oh, okay. Okay, there. I just need to be patient, right? Okay. Let's go ahead and connect. All right. You'll see up here that now it's connected to that same Ethereum wallet. Right there's my Ethereum balance. And there's all these tokens here that I can buy on Uniswap, like something like this, that probably is not, like, won't show up over in Ledger Live. And if I thought it was the investment of a lifetime, I wouldn't be able to do it over here, right? So that's one argument why we use third-party wallets, so that we have more flexibility in the way we manage our crypto, right? So for Ethereum-based wallets, MetaMask is great, wherever it went. I always okay, yeah. So you've got MetaMask for Ethereum-based assets, not just Ethereum, but Binance Smart Chain. You can do Binance Smart Chain. You can do Kronos, Moonbeam, Polygon. You can do Polygon in MetaMask. You can do Avalanche. So a lot of possibilities if you're willing to, do that extra bit of homework to get yourself up to speed with managing these other Ethereum-based chains. They call them EVM-based cryptos, right? They're based on the Ethereum virtual machine. So, don't get mad because there are better wallets out there than Ledger Live, right? I think some people get upset. They think Ledger Live should do everything, right? I guess I understand that, but Ledger is basically a wallet company. They're not a crypto company. They're trying to be more inclusive and do more than just be a wallet, right? I mean, you can do swaps and stuff within Ledger Live and buy, and they have some tools here just beyond being a wallet. But first and foremost, they're a wallet company. They make a really great wallet. And they have some software that you can use to manage that wallet. But there are other wallet software. There's other wallet software that is more powerful and flexible than Ledger Live, right? Keep yourself open to that. Okay, let's see here. My first computer used punch cards to program. Wow. That's dating yourself, Dan. We're about the same age. My very first computer was when I was in 5th grade, but before I went to middle school. God, I don't know what year that would have been. But we had a computer science class that was part of, I don't remember if it was like its own class or if it was like I was in a math class and then like a couple of times a week or once a week we got to do computer stuff. And we learned the basic programming language. And the computer that we used was there at school. And it was a teletype that had a keyboard with like those raised round keys. And it had a big roll of yellow paper. And it had a phone cradle next to it. So you would pick up the phone, like the old-fashioned phone, and you would call the computer. There was like a data center, and you would dial into the data center. And when you dialed in the number, you would hear like this beep-boo, beep-boo, and you'd put the phone in the cradle. And then all of a sudden, the teletype would come to life. It would be like, and it would print out, login, right? And you would type in the school's login, and then it would go, and it would say password. Then you'd type in the school password that they gave you, and then it would like, time of day, welcome to something computer or whatever, and then it would just be like ready, and then you would type in like basic programs. But there was all kinds of, there were kids there that like knew the numbers to other computers, like where their dads worked and stuff. And, they would, they would call different numbers and log into other systems and like print out like pictures and stuff. Like, as long as the wallet can link to Ledger device, you are good to use it. Yes. Right. So as long as the wallet supports the Ledger device, then I always look for that. Right. So there are other types of wallets that may not support Ledger. I'm not really interested in those. Right. Not to say that I don't use some standalone wallets in MetaMask. Right. If you look over here on the Binance Smart Chain, you can see that, I've got some standalone accounts, right, that are not protected by the Ledger for small amounts and for playing around and stuff. But yeah, I would tend to go with a wallet that has Ledger support, right? If I can connect my Ledger to it, then that's the kind of wallet I want, right? Keplr is like that too. Keplr supports the Ledger device. I believe it might, actually, I don't think Keplr supports Trezor. I didn't see Trezor. Another one that for Solana is Phantom Wallet. Oops. Yeah, Phantom Wallet. Is another third-party wallet that supports the Ledger device as well. You can connect your Ledger device. Let's see where you're to. I don't see where you do the connection. Okay. I've already done it, but I was just figuring there's got to be a way to connect a new one. Here we go. Add connect wallet, right? So you could connect you can connect your hardware device to like an existing wallet. So if you've got because in the beginning, they didn't have, I think I've taken my Solana. Oh, here it is. They didn't have Solana support in Ledger Live at first, right? We had to kind of wait for it to get added. And now you can not only can you connect manage Solana in Ledger Live, you can also stake Solana in Ledger Live. So I think the earlier question was some good coins to stake in Ledger Live would probably be Atom or Solana, right? And they might add support for Cardano staking at some point. I don't know. Algorand can be staked. Looks like maybe you could. Wow, I've got rewards. Okay. I didn't know I had any rewards. Let's see. Stellar. I don't think you can stake Stellar. Polygon. I don't think you can stake Polygon in Ledger Live. And I'm sure it won't be long before they'll allow you to stake Ethereum from within Ledger Live. It's only a matter of time, but they don't have. Oh yeah, they do right here. Stake, boom. So you can stake. Oh, through Lido, right? They're still using Lido. It just launches their third-party app. So yeah, you can stake Ethereum in Ledger Live. You can stake Cosmos and what was that other one? Solana, right? Those are good ones to stake. Do you want to play a game? Oh, yeah, that's right. In War Games, he did that too. He had one of those phone cradles. Yeah, you could stake your Solana. I don't know that I did much staking of my Solana either. It just depends on your mindset. But I have heard it said that if you're holding coins long term that are stakeable, you should be staking them, right? You shouldn't, if the coin is stakeable and it's reasonably, straightforward to stake the coin, then it's probably, a good strategy to be staking it. Why not? If it's just sitting in your wallet, if it's a long-term investment, right? If you want to liquidate at the drop of a hat, then maybe staking isn't for you because there's an unbonding period of like say 21 days for Atom. So if you're the type of person that wants to be able to liquidate at the drop of a hat, then Atom staking is probably not for you because of the unbonding period. But if you just kind of set and forget on the coin, you might as well be staking it. You can stake ADA on adalite.com or .io, pardon me. So if you connect your hardware wallet, and you need to be in the Cardano app to do this, of course. Right? If we're in the Cardano app, we can connect our ledger device. We export the public keys. And there's some news there. And now you've got, this small balance in this wallet, but you have access to the staking. You can stake over here, right? You can also stake in Daedalus. It's more... Daedalus is the wallet that's created by the Cardano team. But it is a full node wallet. You have to download the entire Cardano blockchain to your computer. So it's a little more, resource intensive, right? It takes a while to set up. But then it's pretty straightforward to stake within Daedalus. And Cardano staking is the best staking because there's no unbonding period. So you can stake the entire wallet, and if you need to withdraw your Cardano, you can withdraw it all instantly. You'll just suddenly stop staking. So Daedalus is a pretty powerful wallet, but it's a little quirky, in practice, right? Because it sometimes it doesn't sync right. Sometimes it takes a really long time to sync. That kind of stuff. But you can connect your or pair your hardware device to Daedalus. All right. I don't have Daedalus installed right now, but Daedalus is a full node wallet. Adalite is a light wallet, right? It doesn't need to download the entire Cardano blockchain to your computer. It queries Cardano servers for the current state of the blockchain. So this is probably the easiest way to stake Cardano on Adalite. And I don't know, hopefully soon they'll have Cardano staking in Ledger Live. They don't yet, but maybe they will soon. Who knows? What about staking HNT? I don't know. What's HNT? Helium? Can you even use it in Ledger Live, I'm wondering? Oops. Yeah, I mean, it's not even supported in Ledger as far as I can see. HNT. Yeah. Whoops. I don't see it. Not supported. So that would be something I wouldn't normally mess around with. If I can't manage it with my ledger, I don't tend to not. You could stake it. Yeah, I don't know about this. Yeah, it looks complicated. Yeah. What are we looking at here? Number 76. Not horrible, right? 76 ranking by market caps, not too shabby, but looks a bit complicated to stake natively, right? Looks like you would have to do some research. And from what it looked like on that page, it looks like you have to have at least 10K, right? So it's $4, so you'd need like $40,000 worth to natively stake it. And if you don't, then you would have to use a third party. So it's like kind of sketchy. Staking Matic. Well, Matic, I don't know that you can natively stake Matic. Let's see here. But there are places where, and it is supported by Ledger, right, through MetaMask. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. There are ways to do it in DeFi websites, such as QuickSwap is one place to do it. But it's more, this is more of a DeFi liquidity pool, but it is like a native Matic place where you can stake. Generally, you have to do pairs, though. Yeah, so most of these are liquidity pools. So I'm not really aware of where you can natively stake Matic. Not sure if you can. Don't think it's natively stakeable, right? It's an ERC20 token. Most of those don't have like native staking. Although maybe now that Ethereum has gone over to proof of stake, maybe that some of these ERC20 tokens. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Polygon has its own blockchain, but it's still Ethereum virtual machine based, right? Switch over to Matic. Right, you could connect your, whoops. Yeah, we'll go ahead and connect this Ledger wallet here. Actually, I think there's, I was staking some quick, I forget, it was quick. It's Polygon. So yeah, I don't see Matic here. Here's one Matic pair, but I don't see just Matic. Maybe somewhere else. Yeah, it'd be Matic and something else. Okay, become a delegator. Okay. Okay. Become a delegator. Okay. Maybe there is a way to do it, but I don't see where you connect your wallet. Oh, okay, here, MetaMask. Okay. All right, we'll use that wallet because there is some Matic in this wallet. Approved Matic switch network. Thought I was in Matic. Now it wants me to go to Ethereum. I don't know. Yeah, some of these are kind of weird. This might be like ERC20 based Matic. It's not it's not trivial. Let's just say that. It's not trivial. Doesn't Ledger Live tell you when the software is out of date for Ledger Live update? Yes. It should. Ledger Live should tell you at the top when you're in portfolio, at the along the top there's usually a banner that'll tell you there's a new version of Ledger Live available, right? Unless you're running like a really old version of Ledger Live, you've had it on your computer for a year or so, and it's not querying the server right. You can always check to see which version you're running over in the About section in the settings. I'm running version 2.47. That's the latest version as far as I know. You can always go to ledger.com and download the app. Come on. Okay, see there. Yeah, so when you hit download, it's going to tell you that the version of the installer is 2.47. So that's the latest version right now. So if you see that you're running an older version than 2.47 and it's not giving you the banner telling you that you need to download a new version, then it's pretty easy. Just download the installer, quit your Ledger Live completely, and run the installer. And then the next time you launch Ledger Live, it'll be updated to the latest version. But yeah, Ledger Live should tell you when there's a new version out. That's some people, though, I've heard people say that it's been, I haven't updated my Ledger Live in 2 years or something. That's not advisable, right? You should always keep it up to date. If your crypto means anything to you, shouldn't you make sure your My Ledger Live still has a manager. Yeah. So maybe you want to just download the latest, so if you quit Ledger Live and just download the app, you can just run the install. Right. Just make sure you quit Ledger Live, right? And then when you're done, you should be on the latest version. It's a quick and easy way to update your Ledger Live if for whatever reason it's not showing you that you need to update. I don't know, maybe quit Ledger Live, reboot your computer and relaunch it. It's sort of, I remember seeing it say that it was my Ledger without me doing anything. I don't remember a recent update, but maybe I did maybe a week or two ago and just didn't think about it. I'm so in the habit of running the update whenever I see it that maybe I didn't notice that it had changed this to my Ledger. Unless somehow they did it on the fly. You know, who knows? Oh, okay. Maybe so. Maybe if you hover over it, it'll change. Or if you click on it, it'll change. Maybe that's what it takes. See, Dan knew. Or JDO knew. Yeah. Yeah, I just like, maybe that's what happened to me too. I just clicked on it because I wanted to run an update or something, and all of a sudden it switched to my ledger. Birds, bees, and trees. Hello, back again. Hi Rex, how are you doing? Cool blue shirt. Yeah, it's the Seinfeld shirt. The human, the human fund. Well, birds, bees, and trees. Since you just got here, I'll show you. There's the latest version of Kitty. There's Kitty on the keyboard. In front of my ledger live, right? He's trying to transfer crypto. I don't know what's up with that. He even let me take his picture without freaking out. What do you think about Litecoin with his coming halving in 2023? I hold Litecoin. I've held Litecoin for a while now. It's way off its highs. I mean, this Litecoin, this 4.4 Litecoin, used to be worth like $1,000, like 900 something dollars, and now it's down to like 235. So it's way off its highs. But I mean, I shouldn't fault it for that because most of my cryptos are like 80% off their highs right now. So you know, but I didn't know that Litecoin had a halving coming up, or if it's going to be a fork or anything. But I'm not a huge believer in Litecoin, but I'm just going to hang on to it. I'm not going to sell it. I'll just hang on to it because it, for a while there, it's a fork of Bitcoin. Litecoin is a fork of Bitcoin. Forked way back in, I don't know, 2008 or no, I'm sorry. A Litecoin was forked off of Bitcoin probably around 2010 or 11, 12, something like that. Faster, cheaper than Bitcoin, but it's a proof of work coin, right? So it does have that advantage. So, Keys is a good name for Kitty. Actually, his name is Marco. My daughter's, it's basically my daughter's cat. She picked him out and she named him. So that's his name, Marco. But I call him Kitty like 50% of the time. All right. What's your most profitable coin that you're staking right now? Well, that's a tough question in a down market. I would probably say, well, I guess Atom, though, if I'm staking it right now. But Atom is, I mean, the price of Atom is way off its highs. But if the question is and even if we're talking about staking returns, right? The returns were paid in Atom, and so Atom is way off its highs. So there's not much like actual quantifiable return on investment for staking Atom, since the rewards were paid in Atom and the price of Atom is way down. So that's a tough question. Yeah, it's a tough question. I know I was staking Pancake Swap. Now, Pancake Swap is a Binance Smart Chain coin that, if we switch over to Binance Smart Chain, look at the top here. We switch over to this CryptoDad wallet. There's no cake here, but if we go over to the Pancake Swap website, I believe I'm still staking a little bit of Pancake. Not a bunch. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I sold all my Pancake. Am I on the right wallet? Maybe I did. Yeah, I think maybe I sold all my Pancake out. Just like I've decided to liquidate just about everything that I was holding. Yeah, I guess I'm done staking Pancake. But that one, I did earn a lot of Pancake in its heyday. So still a good coin. It's just way off its highs right now. So I'm on the sidelines waiting for a big drop. If the big drop doesn't come, then I guess I'll have missed out, right? But I'll try to get back into some of these coins when the market starts to recover, if it does. I have to admit that I'm not very optimistic about the next few months. I have a feeling that we could see, some really, I mean, you read about it in the news every day that the economy, we're hitting a recession and the Fed keeps raising rates and they don't seem to care that they're going to bring us into a recession, and the stock market is due for, a big drop. And I'm assuming it's going to pull the crypto market down with it. So I'm on the sidelines personally. I still believe in the technology, but as far as like buying coins, I'm just hanging on to the coins that I feel are good coins, and I'm just going to. I did sell some coins that I thought were good coins at the time, but I felt like I needed to have some dry powder on the side. So I got out of my positions, and my thinking is I'll get back in if the prices drop, right? So rather than watch an investment disappear, I'd rather be on the sidelines and wait to jump back in when the market's down. Dan's going to be on the road, getting on the road. See you next week, Dan. It's good to have you, as always. Thank you so much for being here. JDO, also, thank you for being here and moderating. Did you believe in the GNHY token project? I did, and I still do. There's nothing wrong with the Grizzly Fi project. It's just that the entire market's down right now. So I really wasn't earning as much as I could have. Like, I got into the Grizzly Fi when Grizzly coin was like around 100. And once I saw it drop down into the 60s, I went ahead and just got out. It seems like it's bottomed out for now, but I just couldn't stand to watch my money disappear because I was kind of aggressive. I was in the Grizzly hive. And so I had quite a bit in there, hoping that it was going to really like give me quite a return. And according to this thing up here, the estimated monthly income was going to be like 2,500. But as the honey token kept going down, the estimated monthly income kept going down. And finally I was like, I got to get out of this while I still have still had quite a bit of principal. I just got out of it. I'm in one of the hives right now, but it's stablecoin hive. I'm not aggressive now. I'm just like, Dan and I talked about this, and he said, well, as long as you're on the sidelines, maybe you should, jump into one of these Grizzly hives. So I'm in that, right? And 27% is nothing to sneeze at. But I was like really, leveraged myself into Grizzly and with money that I really didn't want to see disappear. So I got out. Right. But that doesn't mean I don't believe in the project. It was just falling along with the rest of the crypto market. Right. It's bad times for the crypto market. It's bad times for any investor right now. Like 2022 is bad. What can I say? Yeah, I still believe in crypto, but market wise, I'm on the sidelines. But I still believe in the technology, and I think it's important that we learn how to, manipulate and store. And if you have crypto, make sure it's in your own wallet. You never know what could happen. Exchanges could go down, banks could fail, all kinds of stuff. At least if the proverbial poo-poo hits the proverbial fan, if you've got it in your own wallet, then at some point in the future when things get back to normal again, you'll still have your crypto, right? I still have a Coinbase self-custody wallet. How do I get ETHW, hard fork ETH? That's a complicated subject, and it's technically involved. I can't really go. I don't know how to do it personally. I'd have to do some research. I know it's possible, but there is a way to claim your ETHW, but it's not really worth it because it's not like you're going to double your money, because ETHW does not sell anywhere near the price of Ethereum. It's like 0.6% the price of Ethereum. So if you've got $1,000 worth of Ethereum in your wallet and you go to claim your ETHW, you're looking at maybe $6 worth of ETHW if you think that's worth it. There is a possibility of losing your principal Ethereum if you like do it wrong, right? There are pitfalls. So to me, I've read some articles about it. It's not worth the risk to me. So sorry I couldn't be more helpful on the ETHW thing. Didn't know if you saw my earlier question. How do we set up a Polygon wallet, Rex? Well, you can manage Polygon in Ledger Live. So you just hit add account and choose Polygon or Matic. Right. So you can set up a Polygon wallet right in Ledger Live, and then connect your Ledger device, and it will tell you to open the Polygon app, and then you'll have a Polygon wallet, and you can store your Polygon in this wallet. Just keep in mind that this is a native Polygon wallet. So if you withdraw Polygon, you'll need to withdraw native Polygon, not ERC20 based Polygon. I think you can do it in Coinbase now, if I'm not mistaken. I think they support Polygon. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, you can use the Polygon. Let's do Matic. Okay, so they're only supporting ERC20 based Matic, as far as I can see. Unless they're going to, oh, okay. Yeah. All right, so yeah, you can deposit and withdraw Polygon native on Coinbase now if you want. So you just have to be aware of that when you transfer it into your Polygon wallet. You can also manage Polygon from MetaMask too. So if you have the Polygon network set up on MetaMask, let's do this. Right, you can manage Polygon in MetaMask, right? You just have to set up Polygon wallet. So you can use Chainlist to set up the Polygon network in your MetaMask, right? It's already been done in mine, but yeah. So there's two ways to set up a Polygon wallet. You can do it within MetaMask. If you configure the Polygon network, then you have a native Polygon wallet. And you can also use your Ledger device. You'll notice I've got some Polygon on my Ledger device. All right, and I can manage it in MetaMask, or I can manage it in Ledger Live. Like Ledger Live supports Polygon now. Why is staking different for Ledger Live? What the difference? Because they're two different coins, and they have their own native ways of staking. So the interface in Ledger Live is going to be different to accommodate each coin. I don't think I have a dot wallet in Ledger Live right now. So you're saying in Cosmos, you have a staking functionality that's like that. And then over, if you try to stake dot, it's different. It's because they just have, they're different coins that they're on different blockchains, and it's because the coins are different that Ledger Live treats them different. It would be nice if Ledger Live had a unified interface. Unfortunately, Ledger Live is dealing with different coins, so each interface accommodates the particular coin that you're dealing with. You can also get doubles of all your ERC20 tokens. Don't know about that. And even if you did, they would only be worth a fraction of what your actual coins are worth on the ETHW network. I know it sounds like, oh, free money. Go claim your ETHW and your ETHW ERC20 tokens. And people are going to tell you that you can do that, and they're going to try to scam you. But personally, it's really not. Unless you've got like $1 million worth of ETH, then yeah, claim your, $50,000 worth of ETHW if you're technically proficient. But if you're holding $300 worth of ETH, then getting your, 3 cents worth of ETHW is just, it's not worth your time and trouble. Anyway, let's go ahead and I'm just going to add this Polkadot so that we can look here. So when we go to stake Polkadot, it's going to be slightly different, right? Yeah, it's just because they're two different types of coins. They have a different interface. I don't have any dot in here, so it's not going to like open it up for me. Yeah, I have nothing. I can't go to the next. Yeah, they're two different coins, so they have two different interfaces for staking. How do I protect your MetaMask wallet with Ledger? Okay, well, you go down here. If you already have a MetaMask wallet, you cannot protect it with a Ledger, period. I get that question a lot. How do I protect my existing wallet with a Ledger? You can't. The only thing you can do is connect your hardware wallet, like we did earlier, right? Connect your Ledger device, which we did before. And once you have your, let's go back here. Come on. Once you've got your Ledger-based wallet set up, let's go Ethereum here. Let's keep it simple. Then you have to get the address, go to your other wallet that is not protected by the Ledger, and transfer all of your assets over to the new Ledger-based wallet. You cannot add Ledger support to an existing wallet. You can't, because your existing MetaMask wallet already has a private key. So you can't like switch it over to a new private key because you've already created the wallet. So you have to create a Ledger-based wallet by connecting your wallet. See, it adds a brand new account to your MetaMask, and then you're going to have to move your assets over to that new wallet. I'm muted? No, I can hear myself. I can see that my thing is working. Okay. Well, sorry you can't hear me. Can you hear me? I've been on the live stream for 2 hours now. No one else has said that they can't hear me. All right. So thanks, JDO, for being here. Thanks, everyone, for joining the live stream. I will be back next week. We do this every week. Please join me again for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions, and I'll do my best to get them answered. Hope to see you there. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me, and